Hello, Scrappy Peeps. Suzanna here today for the Scraproom, and I am working with the Jen Hadfield Live and Let Grow collection from the Flavors of the Month kit from July. So I'm going to go through the kit with you first. So you get a selection of embellishments and pattern paper. I also have here the pattern paper add-ons as well as the embellishments. So you are going to get 3 sheets of pattern paper. So you can see the plaid, the water, the floral, these fun suns and diamonds, 2 pieces of cardstock. And that cardstock is basil vanilla, and then these are the embellishments. So you're going to get an assortment of stickers, 4 puffy hearts, and the color's going to vary, as well as some ephemera that'll also vary. So these are the add-on pattern papers. I'm going to use one of those. And then these are the add-on embellishments that come with the embellishment kit if you get that. So I am going to use a mixture of both the add-ons as well as the kit itself to create this layout. This layout is called Nap Sack because Jasmine, our cat, or one of our cats, is laying on a brown paper sack, and that is her favorite place to nap, or her new favorite place to nap. Who knows what it'll be next week. So I want to frame this vanilla cardstock because I want to just give it a little bit of a pop, and so I am just gutting the inside so that I still can use the rest of that pattern paper. When you get the Scraproom kits, you just have a selection, and I love that it's a selection and that you don't get overwhelmed by all the choices, but I also do like to be able to create as much as I can from the kits, and so I do gut paper if I'm going to frame it, and try and preserve as much of the pattern paper as I can without being stingy, of course. So I've cut down the vanilla cardstock so that I have about it's slightly more than a 1/4 inch, but it's not a 1/2 inch. So 3/8 of an inch frame, blue frame all the way around. And then what I want to do is I want to layer some of these pattern papers. Initially, I thought that I would fussy cut some flowers. I am well known for that. However, we do have the flower stickers that come as your embellishments, and so I wanted to use those, and this is a kind of a busy pattern paper, so I didn't want to it was going to be hard to cut them and have some clean cuts, so I thought I'd just use it whole, but I'd use some yellow and some blue. Those are the primary colors available in order to just pop the pattern here. So I knew this floral was going to get covered, was going to primarily cover the yellow, and so you can see how I gutted the yellow too, again, to preserve that there. So that floral is very dominant. It's heavy, and so I felt like I needed something below that floral to balance it, but what you can see, I'm struggling here. I didn't like that diagonal plaid with the floral and the busyness of the suns that are sort of square suns, and so you can see me thinking here, and I'm not sure what to do, so I'm going to kind of move on and work on something else and hope that that something else will give me an idea as to what it is that I want to do. So I have this banner, and I know I want to incorporate that banner. It says this is where I want to be, because that's exactly where she wants to be all day long napping. But I'm bothered by the brown floral pattern that is above it. It makes it too long for what I want to use, and so I opt to cut that top half off, and that way it gives me that lighter blue and it shortens the banner as well. So I know that's an element I want to use. I have yet to figure out how I'm going to incorporate it. I thought maybe in order to balance that floral and not have everything be so top heavy, that I would put a strip down the bottom of the page there, kind of as a footer, and then that if it were a blue strip, you see how that's going to tie that together and provide some balance in the weight of the structures there. But while I'm figuring that out, I decide that just a blue, another blue rectangle would be perfect. And that softens the floral, but then presents a new problem in that now I have that dominance of that blue. And so because there's not a lot of the yellow showing there. So I have to come up with a solution to how, from a design principle, I'm going to make that work there. So you can, I think part of it has to do with the design, that grid-like sort of pattern, that grid paper design in that blue. It took care of one problem but created another problem. So this is where I decided maybe a footer will work. And so that's where I go with that blue footer because of the weight of that blue. And so I'm going to cut it and banner it so that it provides a somewhat different texture. I've also got that angle that is in the foam banner right there. But I don't like it. It's too much weight. It's not solving the problem of the dominance of the grid of that blue paper there. So again, while I decide what it is that I'm going to do to fix that, I'm going to put these really cool see-through shiny floral stickers. And I like the way that that creates a little bit more balance in the page, but it still needs something else. So I decide... You can see me looking for something. What am I going to use? I really was looking for another yellow, and I don't really have that, but I do have it in that strip to the right that I thought maybe I might have matted the photo with, and so that will become the solution. But in the meantime, I decide, the top of that banner makes a perfect another banner so that I have 3. I like to have 3 banners when I do banners. And so I notch that so that I actually do have the 3 banners there, and that is perfect to complete the top there. It provides a little bit of weight in the yellow because the yellow is not quite as dominant as that floral and the blue grid paper down below. So problem solved there, but still trying to figure out how I'm going to get rid of this solid line at the bottom of the page. And I don't know what I was thinking when I thought that green bug there would work, because there's nothing else green. So I quickly ditched that. And again, I'm still looking for something. I thought maybe if I got the florals all the way across, that would provide some balance. And it's okay. It works, right? I could have stopped here, but there we go. That is the solution. Just that little hint of yellow there to tie all of the colors in. So I'm going super, super old school here with my Fiskars decorative scissors. So these are zigzag, and I use those instead of a scallop punch because you can see that I've got the notch and then the reverse notch in the banners up the top there. So by having the same shape reflected down the bottom, I'm drawing the layout together and providing some complementary elements here. So my never-ending roll of foam tape, I'm still working at that. I'm going to use that to pop that up, and then I'm going to move those hearts over onto this little strip at the bottom here. The other thing I'm going to do before my camera dies is I am going to use one of the, you can see there, the shoe on the left-hand side. I put that there, and then I put the title Knapsack, which are letters from my own collection. So again, this is for the scrap room. If you have any questions about the kits or what I've done designing here, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Thanks for stopping in today. Come back again soon. Take care.